Do you know who Ralph Nader is?
The name sounds familiar.
He ran for president. I think it was like an independent thing or something, third party run back in the 90s or 2000, I think. No, yeah, it was 2000 because that's why people blamed him for Gore losing,
Mm.
which of course was not accurate. But anyway, he said something a while back that was like, we need to ban carpet. And I read about it, and apparently, like, in terms of indoor pollution, the amount of like allergens and dust that accumulates and shit and just fucking lives in your house is like a fucking it's apparently really bad.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
I don't
did
know.
not know that.
Yeah, now I know that I'm like, fuck carpet, dude, I'm against it. But wants to live somewhere fucking cold, and I'm like, I don't want to live somewhere cold without carpet.
Just wear slippers all the time.
True. Fuck you. Put on some socks.
Hey, if you're talking, get close to the mic. Get off your phone and get close to the mic, you piece of shit. You're fucking tapping and fucking clicking and shit and fucking pick it up by the mic, but you won't fucking put your mouth up to the microphone so we can hear you. I gotta hear your fucking phone. Are you kidding me? We're trying to record a podcast here. Get some fucking professionalism. What are you doing?
I'm just not gonna say anything so he sounds like an asshole.
She's just glaring at me.
I could fake cry and then he'd really sound like an asshole.
I don't need you to fake cry.
I could real cry.
Carpet is evil.
Yeah.
No, it's well, yeah, it
You
is.
gotta vacuum it like every other day.
It's
or
not
it gets
even that you have
bad.
to vacuum it. You have to replace it every few years. It gets
That's
stained,
true.
it gets worn, it gets
Well, it's
patted
not the
down
stains,
until
it's-
it's fucking like solid. You can't use carpet for too long.
No, I mean this carpet's still like, if it wasn't for the stains and shit, it would still be
Dog,
fine.
there's rooms even in this house where the carpet is pretty much padded down to the floor.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
it's not like when we first installed it, it was really soft and cushiony, and it still provides a little bit of cushion, but it's mostly matted now.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
pretty cushy carpet, but you know, steam
It's
cleaning.
just
won't-
really thick, that's why.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is really thick. It needs the steam cleaning. That's for
But
sure.
it being really thick makes it harder to clean, and it makes it harder to dry out.
Well,
when
it
does
also
get
makes
wet.
it easier to trap dust and allergens,
That
which was the
too,
whole
yeah.
point
Harder
about
to
it
clean.
being harmful.
It's
It's not about
also-
it being aesthetic or aesthetically unpleasing after a while. It's,
No, I'm
it's,
not
it's
even
about
saying
the actual
that.
health of it.
Yeah.
Also, that carpet is like the really wrong color. It's such a light color that it's
Ugh.
really hard to get any stain out of it. I've used
Yeah.
like stains in the living room. I've used so many different carpet cleaners scrubbing that
Oh yeah.
to get it
Mhm.
clean, and it never made any difference.
It's
Oh,
so
yeah.
spongy too. It goes right down to the fucking bottom, I swear. Never getting carpet.
Even steam clean after when that flood happened a couple of years ago and we almost got flooded again. It got up right to the door and some asshole waked the water in through the door, and there was
Mhm.
water in the carpet. And after that, Dad and I steam cleaned the carpet.
And it still smelled like mold.
Yeah, and it didn't even get it completely clean. Yeah, it was crazy.
If you want any kind of like pet indoor, I wouldn't get a carpet just out of convenience. I mean, like I guess cats and rabbits might be okay if they're like trained.
That's what I'm talking about with the allergens. Why?
Oh
like
yeah, they're dander and shit.
all
that's
the
right.
fucking cat. Like that's why I get all these fucking allergy attacks. It's not just the pollen in
Yeah.
the air or whatever allergens
Even
in the air, but like also
even
just
the
being
carpet-
indoors.
Even the carpet that I have here in my apartment, because of the color that it is, you can't tell when it's dirty, and it's not even really thick. It's really thin carpet. I vacuumed like 3 times the other day, and hair was still coming out of it from the cats.
Jeeps.
I don't even let my cats in my room that often because they knock all my shit over.
Yeah,
but-
no, it gets in the air and then eventually flows into other rooms and then falls to the ground and it just sticks in that fucking carpet. It's all on basically a microscopic or invisible level.
Yeah. I thought we were talking about movies.
Yeah, we can talk about. I don't care. Like I just thought about the carpet thing because I was sitting on carpet and I was like, man, I'm literally breathing carpet right now, just being here. And I was just remembering because of Twitter being on the fucking gas stove crusade and shit. Like they're like, oh, it's harmful. It's like, yeah, probably. But
Wait,
anyway,
Twitter's on a gas stove crusade.
well, yeah, Vox
Twitter's
like.
always on some kind of crusade.
Well, yeah,
It
but
depends
this
on what
specific
corner.
one seems a little weird.
Yeah, it depends on what corner of Twitter you're on, but Vox, I think it was the website that published the research about gas stoves and how harmful they are for you to be breathing in the same indoors without ventilation as you're cooking.
I mean,
It's
I had
crazy.
gas stoves and heaters for most of my childhood and shit, and I'd lay in front of the fucker because it was a cold-ass house with no insulation, and then just really, really close to it.
Well, it's actually like because of that, like there's no indoor pollution like regulation levels. But if we were breathing in outdoor pollution of levels that we are indoors with gas stoves, it would be illegal. So yeah, it's kind of toxic, I guess. I don't know.
So
Apparently, cooking of any kind, even on electric stoves, is like a little bit of pollutants, but not as much.
So like the gas heaters or whatever, it doesn't burn up all of the gas. It like
Well, it's the actual burning of the fuel and the heating of the food and the heating of the elements that actually, yeah, creates the pollutants.
releases
Yeah.
the fumes. Okay, I get it. I haven't read about this, so I don't really know. But
It's just, one more thing that you didn't know was killing you, that is.
oh boy,
Big deal.
He does this to me every day, by the way. Like, I can't, literally every morning, it's like, hey, guess what's fucking trying to kill you? It's something you never thought of. It's crazy, and it's every fucking time.
I don't do it every time.
You're gonna come to me in a week, and you're gonna be like, oh, babe, you can't sleep with blankets anymore. Blankets are fucking causing skin cancer and shit. And I'm just like, God, motherfucker.
I mean, some blankets probably are, depending on what they're made of and what they're treated with.
That's true. Don't
Right.
make him start reading tags. He's already into reading labels.
I already don't go outside because the sun gives me cancer.
But it also gives you vitamin D, which you need.
He need that D.
That's true.
I have an interview scheduled for tomorrow with Smoothie King.
Nice.
I have no idea what happened with my job because before we closed for the coronavirus, I talked to my boss and he was like, if we do have to shut down, then don't worry, we're going to make sure that you guys get paid because, in disasters like this, they get money from FEMA. So they're like, we can give you guys something. But then when I got the email for the application that I had to fill out to get money from my job, they were like, we're only going to give you a one-time check. I mean, it was a pretty good check, but it was just one time. So
Yeah, that's what I'm getting, yeah. That was what the fucking Democrats got through, man. I guess that's all they could do. They were like, you know what, corporations, you get trillions of dollars, that's cool. Working people, fuck, we'll give you one-time check.
I was reading something the other day about how all these protests that are going on, people protesting the stay-at-home orders and lockdowns and everything, about how they're being backed or outright funded by conservative groups or politicians.
Well, yeah. Everybody in there thinks it's a fucking conspiracy by the Democrats or China or some shit. Who else is gonna fucking pay for them to be out there? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's always gonna be these crazies, and it always takes a fucking right-winger to capitalize on them.
I don't know, it was just reading it that I was like, it just infuriates me.
Did you see, I know John Oliver did a piece on the One America News Network. That fucking Trump is like always
basically state-sponsored news outlet.
sort of, yeah. It's still a corporation, but yeah, they're definitely just peddling conspiracy theories, even worse than Fox News and
Fascist news at 11.
Yeah.
Because Trump has basically disowned Fox News at this point, and ever since he became
Sorta.
president, he's been in favor of a state-sponsored news outlet, which is terrifying.
Yeah,
And
he doesn't go full scorched earth on Fox News, but he does have beef sometimes.
Well,
I
'cause
feel
they
like-
don't constantly suck his dick.
Yeah, I feel like if he could, he would make One America News. He would make it the state-sponsored news outlet that he's dreamed of.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure if it was just Fox News, it was the left, and OAN was the right, he'd be like, yeah, this is good. Fuck New York Times and MSN. They're fucking yeah.
Fox News being the left.
I know, right? I mean, that's where we're fucking headed.
So I keep saying I want to get the fuck out of here, but I think it's a little too late at this point. I'm pretty sure after this whole fucking corona thing goes away, we're gonna fall into a destitute state of chaos and fucking authoritarianism and shit. But that's just because I'm an insane person.
For my history of animation class, I had to write a paper as part of my final,
Mm-hmm.
and I wrote a paper on Don Bluth, and
Nice.
I had to research his whole career and stuff, and I was reading about how he moved to Ireland and built a new studio there. I was like, I should do that, but instead of Ireland, I'm gonna go to Norway because
I don't
I
know.
want to go to Norway.
I don't know enough about Norway, but
Dog,
Norway
at this point, like, it's gotta
is
be
great.
better. It's better than here.
yeah, for now. I'm just saying, with the way Europe's going, I
Dude,
really
what do
don't
you
know.
with the way America's going? I'll take my chances with fucking Europe.
I'm just saying, like, Canada's more accessible and like
I
Is it?
mean,
It's not. It's fucking not. You can't
Than
get into
Norway?
Canada. Fuck no. As an American, you'd have way better luck getting into Europe than you would Canada.
plus Canada has, I mean, Canada's better than America, but Canada, I don't think is better than Scandinavia. Like the Scandinavian countries are doing, well, I don't know how they're doing right now amidst the coronavirus and everything, but the Scandinavian countries are consistently ranked like the happiest places on earth and the best places to live,
yeah,
especially Norway.
that's true. That's true.
Mm-hmm. Sweden's not bad either, from what I hear, but they're having a little bit of a right-wing thing going on.
Well, they mishandled the coronavirus for sure. They were like, we're gonna be the first to get to herd immunity, and then they were like, we didn't realize that meant an exorbitant high death toll. Fuck. It's like, yeah.
How
Who
do you
knew?
not realize that?
Yeah, it's. I guess they just didn't either listen or entertain the science adequately. I don't know, but
I heard Thailand did pretty good.
it's revealing how
Oh,
many
yeah.
people in power just don't even understand like the basics of like what a virus is and like how
Oh,
it
yeah.
spreads and shit. It's fucking unreal.
Yeah, didn't you learn this shit in school?
Yeah, I don't know. I still can't wrap my mind around the whole 5G tower conspiracy.
Oh no!
That how?
It's
How do you think that happened?
it's George Soros in China, dude. What are you talking about?
Oh fuck, man! Don't even get me started on that shit.
I just
Drink bleach.
man,
Oh yeah, just inject yourself with some Clorox and it'll die. It'll go away. You put Clorox. You use Clorox all the time. It doesn't kill you. What are you talking about?
You gotta put that hair dryer up to your nose and just inhale the heat. It'll kill the
Oh,
virus.
have
Yeah.
you seen this? I found this Tumblr post. Shared it with some of my friends. I'm gonna read it to you.
Sure.
America's president is a small child covered in chocolate going, I didn't eat the cake. And then we turn on the news and it's like, we have found video footage of the child shoveling the cake into his face. And then the child tweets, actually, that's a lie the dentist made up. And also, I invented cake. And then nothing fucking happens.
God damn it! It's so true.
That's pretty accurate.
Because I was reading about when I found out that people were actually injecting themselves or just straight up drinking
my fuck.
disinfectant because of
Well,
what
at
Trump
that
said.
point, kind of a Darwin thing. Are we really losing anything there? I mean, if they listened to that president and decided to inject themselves with bleach,
It's still a tragedy, dude.
is it
Yeah.
really?
The fact that people were so gaslit and
If
no
you're that
leadership, don't know what to believe, and like, oh god, I'm just so fucking like. I mean, these
But it's
people are
always
upset.
out of arrogance and pride. It's not anything out of desperation. They're usually
It
just
might be.
It might be. That's the
Very
point. I mean,
rarely.
if they're actually
If
drinking
you're
bleach,
that afraid, it can
how
make you
many-
do really crazy things.
yeah, how many of these people that you see marching with their guns, like taking this fucking like stand against, the fucking whatever tyranny they see, like none of those people are actually going out and injecting bleach. They're the ones who are fucking living it up for themselves. Like we're talking about the ones who are like actually like mentally fucked enough to be like, no, this is what I gotta do. I can't get this fucking thing. Like no, it's on a different level of tragedy, I think, than what you're talking about.
I don't
was
know. I just
because
think
I was
about... Sorry,
I
go
was
on.
wondering what Trump's like reaction to that was, so I was looking it up, and the reporters who asked him, well, first of course he outright denied ever saying that,
Yeah.
and there's video footage, people believe that. And then the reporter asked him if he felt any sort of responsibility for the people who were actually listening to his words and drinking or injecting disinfectant, and he said, no, I do not take any responsibility.
No, of course
Uh,
not. Who are you gonna believe, me or your lying ears?
He's the fucking God King Emperor, dude. He never does anything wrong. What are you talking about? Yeah.
This is we should talk about animation.
Talk about a lighter subject.